Greetings, welcome to subject Machine Learning and Applications by Dr. Mahendra B. Gauri, Associate Professor, IT Department, Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Kopargaon. Today's topic, Introduction to Machine Learning. Now we will see what is the machine learning and how it relates with an artificial intelligence and deep learning. As we observe the diagram, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, whereas deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So we can say that machine learning is an intermediate between the big area, that is the artificial intelligence, and a very small area of an artificial intelligence, that is nothing but the deep learning. So in the upcoming presentation we will see the machine learning in deep manner. So the question comes before us, what is the machine learning? So let me see here a very basic diagram of the traditional programming and the machine learning programming. If you will observe here, in traditional programming we pass input and set of rules that we call as a program, and through that two things we are generating the output. Ultimately we can say that in a traditional programming our target is to find an output. One more time, in traditional programming we used to pass input and set of rules, that is nothing but program, and we are generating the output. That is our ultimate aim. But in machine learning we are doing the same process, but our finding is something else. If you will observe the second diagram, specifically in a machine learning, you will come to know that the traditional programming diagram and machine learning algorithm diagram or a modeling diagram is some of the same, but only the finding is something different. In traditional programming, finding is an output, whereas in machine learning, the finding is a model or a program or a set of rules. Let me see here. In a machine learning, we are passing the input, whereas we know that an output also. But through the programming, through the model, through the set of rules, we are trying to achieve, we are trying to reach close to that output. And this is the ultimate aim of the program, to reach closest to the output. And this set of rules we need to generate, this programming model we need to generate, and that's we called as a machine learning algorithm. So as we all know that there are various definitions available for a machine learning. Let me see here some of the important definitions. So the machine learning is a subset of an artificial intelligence, have an ability to automatically learn and improve from experience without being explicit program. This definition given by expertsystem.com. Machine learning is the science of getting computers to learn and act like humans do and improve their learning over time by feeding them data and information in the form of observations and real-time interaction. This definition given by emerge.com. Machine learning is a form of an artificial intelligence that uses algorithm to enable a system to learn from data rather than through explicit programming. So this definition proposed by IBM. So now there are like this one, there are so many authors, so many researchers, so many scientists have proposed their own thinking about the machine learning. Basically, from our point of view, machine learning is simply a science by which we are training a machine to do a certain task which is as same as human do. So we are very familiar nowadays various examples of machine learning. We are some of the machine learning examples are listed over here. So very first and very genuine example of machine learning, image recognition. It is one of the most popular application of ML learning. Recently, Facebook has invented this new application for tagging the friends automatically. Let me some of the things elaborate about this application. When we upload any image on Facebook, that time through the machine learning and specifically through the deep learning, it recognizes how many and which are faces present in that image, and accordingly the system suggests us to tag respective faces present in that particular image. This is nothing but the image recognition. Second one, speech recognition. It is a process of converting voice instructions into text. This is a very popular application nowadays. Many times we see that Alexa, Google Assistant, Siri, which is present in an iPhone. And now I specifically mention here the one new example, that is a Morris Garage, that is the one company proposing or building a cars. They have recently launched application into their new car model. Through this application, a owner of that car can handle the car from anywhere. Obviously, the owner should be in a range of that particular car. So these are the very popular examples nowadays. Now, when we elaborate about the Alexa, so Alexa is very useful to give us some instructions, or when we are asking some of the help to the Alexa, now on the basis of the speech recognition, Alexa sorting some of the things, Alexa searching the things and given as a output. Product recommendation. Based on users browsing data, the system recommend a list of product to the customer. This is a very familiar application to all of us. Once we are just making the surfing on Flipkart, Amazon, eBay, or some of the other online shopping, then through the browsing data, the system collect that data and generate the product recommendation. What is the category of your searching, which kind of the products you are like more, on which product you spend your time more, and so many things. So these are the very popular applications nowadays. So specifically I mentioned here the Netflix. So the type of movie you like, the type of web series you like, so the system, especially machine learning system, recommend that kind of the things to you. That is nothing but the product recommendation. The next application, email spam and malware filtering. We know that every time we are receiving a lot of mails. Now it is very hard for us to differentiate which are the malware, which are the genuine mail. So now the system automatically filters these mails into important, normal and spam mails. After this one of the very tremendous and very popular application of machine learning is stock market trading. Machine learning is very popular to identify the status of stocks in a share market. And now how we can forget about the new area of a machine learning, that is a COVID-19 diagnosis. Here, this year we all are suffering by this COVID-19 corona pandemic disease. Now, can we use the machine learning algorithms to identify the patient is a positive or negative? Yes. So many of the examples are set by the many of the leading industries, and they are actually using this application into the COVID-19 diagnosis. Now we will see what is the training and testing. As we know that data is an important factor to train a machine for a good performance. So data is an important factor to design the machine learning system. For better understanding, I recall the one simple example to elaborate this concept. In our home, we have some kids. If we are trying to training the kids about to identify the fruit, then we are shown them some of the images or real fruits. Suppose we are taken example of the apple. So while training time, we are passing some of the features to the kid, just like that, the shape of the fruit, the size of the fruit, color of the fruit, and so many things. So the kids trying to acquire those features into his mind or in brain. Next time when we are shown some of the same image or the same fruit to the kid and asking the question, identify which type of this fruit belongs. Now that time the kid is trying to make the comparison between earlier acquired knowledge and current or existing input. Then he makes the comparison and now conclude the result. Yes, this is an image of an apple. If the input is correctly identified, we are make the conclusion the kid acquired the knowledge properly. Means, in other words, we can say the kid has trained properly. But if the kid has not able to identify the input properly, we are saying that kids need more training. So this is a very popular example I used to give in my classes. Okay, how to use of the training and testing in a real life. So we have to provide the data to machine learning system for learning purpose. Now we divide the data into the two parts, that is the training and testing that we already elaborated. So there is a one simple equation of the training and testing. The complete data set has divided into the training data plus testing data. Training data. This is the data by which system can learn to perform a specific task. Testing data. This is a set of data which is used to evaluate the performance of the model. Normally, we can use 70 to 80% data for a training purpose, whereas 20 to 30% data for a testing purpose. Once we understood the training and testing data, the next thing comes into the picture, that is called as a positive and negative class. Machine learning is the field to identify the input properly. But that is not enough. After identification, the next point is very important for the machine learning, to classify the input as per their classes. Just like that, suppose let me give this very similar and basic example here. We are passing the two input to the system, just like an apple and the potato. Now our target is that the machine correctly identify the apple as a fruit class and potato as a vegetable class. So to divide the input as per their features into the respective classes is called as a classification. So the classification is an important aspect in machine learning, where input needs to be correctly classified into classes. Rather, we use that appropriate classes. If input is correctly identified as per the actual, then it becomes as a positive class. If input is correctly identified as it is not actual, then it becomes as a negative class. One simple example we have elaborated here. Here, two examples I have passed. Diagrams belongs to the shape and the A, alphabet. But if machine identifies the triangle, rectangle, circle as a shape, then we can say that yes, its output is a positive class. But if machine could not identify as a, then it is as a negative class. Once the positive negative class is completed, we move to the next important point, that is called as a cross validation. In machine learning, no one can say that the model is working 100% accurate on a real-time data. In such cases, we have to sure that identified input is correct with minimum level of noise. This process is called cross validation. We simply say that, let me take here the one example. If we are taken here the 1000 set of fruits as an apple, and we are taken here the 1000 set of pieces of potato. If machine correctly identified 990 quantities of an apple correctly, where by mistake machine identified a potato as a fruit, then we can say that machine identifies an input correctly up to the level of more than 90%. We can consider that model as a good model. So it is a technique in which we train our model using the subset of the data set and then evaluate using the complementary subset of the data set. There are three steps involved in cross validation as follows. Reverse some portion of a sample data set. Using the rest data set, train the model. Test the model using the reverse portion of the data set. There are few methods present for a cross validation. What is a validation? In this method, we train 50% of a given data set, whereas rest 50% is used for a testing purpose. You might be surprising here. Last time in some of the last PPTs, you come across the concept we kept 70 to 80% for a training purpose, whereas 20 to 30% for a testing purpose. But here 50% is given. So the problem is here we may lose some important information due to high percentage of the data division. So the second method is here LUCV, leave one out cross validation. Training can be performed on whole data set but leaves only one data point of the available data set and then iterates for each data point. The last but not the least method, k-fold cross validation. In this method, we split the data set into k number of data sets and then we perform the training on all subsets but leave one subset for the evaluation of the train model. Thank you.